If you're looking for an awesome product at a great price, be sure to check out the link in the description. Taiwan's President Ching-te has postponed an upcoming trip to Latin America, sparking a flurry of speculation and diplomatic intrigue. The announcement comes amidst conflicting reports surrounding the reasons for the delay, leaving observers wondering about the underlying motivations. Originally, President Lai was scheduled to visit Taiwan's remaining allies in the region next month. The objective was to bolster support in a part of the world where several nations have shifted diplomatic recognition to China, which considers Taiwan its own territory. However, the trip's postponement has raised eyebrows, with various accounts emerging to explain the situation. Some reports suggest the United States may have played a role in the decision. According to sources, the Trump administration allegedly opposed a proposed stopover by the president in New York. The Financial Times reported that the U.S. denied permission for Lai to stop in New York after China raised objections with Washington about the visit. The United States has traditionally facilitated transits by Taiwanese leaders, a move that invariably irritates Beijing. This incident is particularly sensitive given the ongoing efforts of U.S. President Donald Trump to negotiate a trade deal with China. Beijing regularly voices strong opposition to any displays of support for Taipei from Washington, and views any official contact as a violation of its One China policy. The cancellation of the trip has ignited concerns among experts, who fear that the White House may be setting a negative precedent for U.S.-China relations. However, Taiwanese officials have offered a different narrative. The government cited domestic issues as the reason for the delay, including recent natural disasters and ongoing tariff negotiations with the United States. Embassy officials in Guatemala, for example, insisted the visit was postponed due to the typhoon that caused many natural disasters in Taiwan. A source speaking to Reuters corroborated this, stating that President Lai needed to focus on organizing his government's response to the extreme weather conditions at home. Taiwan is still in the process of recovering from Typhoon Danas, which struck its densely populated west coast this month, bringing record winds and wreaking widespread damage to its electricity grid and homes. When questioned about the delay, U.S. State Department spokesperson Tammy Bruce stated that no travel plans had been officially announced, making the matter hypothetical. She did, however, reiterate that U.S. transits by high-level Taiwanese officials were fully consistent with our long-standing policy and practice. Jason Su, a senior fellow at the Hudson Institute and a former legislator in Taiwan, commented on the situation, noting that Taipei always consults with the United States on transit arrangements. He deemed it abnormal for Washington not to agree to a stopover, especially considering such visits are permitted under the Taiwan Relations Act. He added that if the U.S. had prevented Lai's stopover, the Trump administration would appear to be accommodating China's red lines. Democrats on the House Foreign Affairs Committee have been vocal in their criticism, accusing the Trump administration of giving in to Beijing. Raja Krishnamurti, the top Democrat on the House's China Committee, called it another example of the Trump administration caving to China in hopes of reaching a trade deal. He further stated, presidents of both parties have allowed Taiwan officials to transit through the U.S. in the past.